What's up, YouTube? As you can see in my background, we are in sunny, beautiful Dubai, UAE right now. I'm actually here this week with Fabform, working their booth at the Big Five Exposition. But I wanted to take a couple seconds for one to be thankful for you guys. It's Thanksgiving. I want to tell you guys all that following us on YouTube, coming to our trainings, getting our pool kits. I know I think we do a very, very good job of what we do, but it wouldn't happen without you guys. We want to say thank you. The thing in this video today that we're talking about is there's a lot of pool finishes out there. That's the biggest debate in ICF pools, or any pools for that matter. I think that a lot of traditional pool people will, they're always Plaster's king, but a lot of that is because pools have started migrating into colder climates, and that's not so true. Plaster is a pretty tough sell if you understand freeze thaw. And that's really all that this video is about. We are doing a training December 10th. Originally, we had just opened it up to people who had already been to Renolit training, that they could come back and get some hands-on time. But we've had enough demand for this training that we've decided to just open it up to everybody. It'll be a regular training in the warehouse. You guys will be on welders learning, but you'll also be able to come out during the days and see us fixing this failed blank crete pool. And really what it is, we're putting Renolit in it. That's the big save. That's what we really like about Renolit, is it will fix a lot of ills with more traditional pool finishes. And so I just flew in here last night from Barcelona. I was there with Renolit at the pool show, and I got a lot of FaceTime with a lot of people. Europe is way ahead of us in the pool technology game and everything. The heaters, the heater technology, all this stuff. I can't wait to bring you guys more of that to the US. But what I did notice is there's probably 20 different membrane companies in Europe. I mean, there's only about 5 manufacturers, but all these different companies private label them. And there's so many because there's so much demand. About 50% of pools now in Europe are membrane. And that the other 50 is anywhere from liner to tons and tons of tile, and still some plaster. So but membrane is really the dominant force, and it's going to be in the US. Watch the video, you can see what I don't want you guys to spend a lot of money on a crete that 6-7 years down the road is completely in need of full rehab. So here you go. What's up, YouTube? It's Aaron with All Three Pools and ICF Guru. A lot of you guys that have been to my training events will recognize this house. This is a house I built in 2018. I think we started in 2017, finished it in 2018. And it was one of our very first ICF monopours. We had been building ICF vinyl liners for 6 or 7 years already at the point we started this house. But like a lot of people that, a certain level of house, they just say we don't want a vinyl liner. So we dove in head first and built this and another monopour at the same time. I didn't put the pool finish on these pools. I am not a plaster guy. I don't have a ton of trowel talent. The homeowner is actually a business partner of mine on some real estate and stuff, and he did his own due diligence and bought a certain crete that we did about 3 pools with it, did not enjoy it, didn't really like the longevity of it in a climate like Missouri where we get pretty cold. So I'm going to take you in here. The moral of the story, the reason I'm talking about this today though, is we're going to do a remodel. This pool's going on 8 years old, and the finish has finally completely failed. We've been eking it along the last 2.5, 3 years. But also the homeowner, if you want to come down in here with me real quick, you'll see some of the failed spots in the finish, but come on down in here. One thing he wanted to do, he loves concrete and a very industrial, modern look. As you guys can see, there's polished concrete floors throughout the main floor. It's beautiful, but he really wanted to have a concrete edge. One thing that the guys with this particular crete like to say is that you don't need a tile line, because something that I did not know was not common knowledge. I was looking at a failed gunite pool the other day, and it was in an apartment that has a lot of problem pools. And they had winterized and they had dropped the water down like 2 feet. I'm like, you know, that plaster is going to have problems. You're letting it dry out. And the guys that winterize it don't care. And the guys that own the pool didn't know that that tile line is to keep the plaster submerged. This plaster here is a product that they claim does not need a tile line, that it can be up above the water line. It can be dry. Heard that from the owners of the company. But I don't think, they live down in Florida, and I don't think that they properly account, in my opinion, they don't properly account for freeze thaw. So come down here and look at all the damage that the ice has done. It's even way worse over here. You can actually see the fiberglass lath. It is completely failed. Again, just for the trolls on here, I didn't do this finish. We paid a plaster company to come in. They followed the install guidelines and directions exactly. But this pool did not leak for about 5 years. It started losing a little bit of water after 5 years. It's made it another 2. And now it's losing like an inch a day just from, you know, this failed finish. But that's where we get into what I think is the best finish, lowest consequence to failure. You know, obviously we do eco-finish pools now. We own a bunch of expensive equipment to do that. It's a very difficult process. Monopours are hard. They're sketchy to do if you don't know what you're doing. It's not very DIY-able. And then obviously it takes a bunch of expensive equipment, and the company isn't great at having anybody's back or honoring warranties. That said, it's a great product, so you're kind of balancing that. But Renolit, or PVC membranes in general, it is a very, very robust version of a liner, I guess you'd say. We don't really like calling it a liner. It's hand welded in, welded to fit, in place, glued to the walls, and it's 80 mil thick. They wash racehorses on bays lined with it. It is incredibly durable. It's a 25-year product. It's got the longest warranty in the business at 15 years, but they've got pools in Europe, where I'm heading tomorrow, that are 32 years old with membranes that are still holding up great. So what we're going to be doing, and we have a training event on November 10th, and it's not really open to the public this time. It's open to anybody who's been to any of our Renolit trainings over the past year and a half. But we have to come in here and take out all of the gunite fittings and retro them to vinyl liner. The ones that are going to be tricky and annoying are the lights. The lights are quite a bit of work. We have to chisel them out, pull the light out, leave a string in, put a new fitting in. The skimmers as well. We have a couple ways of retrofitting skimmers, but on these skimmers, they're set pretty far back in the wall. We're going to go ahead and take the skimmer out, thankfully, because we're going to take this coping out because it's got a lot of freeze damage as well. We're going to take this out and set Phoenix marble, which is a super dense limestone local to the Ozarks. It's going to be gorgeous, way better looking, and it'll be up about this high, so there will be a little cap we have to pour on top of here, and the membrane will be up out of the water a little way that way. So it's actually a really neat remodel. I'm actually excited to be bringing you a bunch of content. Renolit's bringing in a film crew to show off just how we can save a lot of these pools. I've got a couple gunite pools that were built by another builder on apartments that are 7 years old. They were built in 2018 as well. And structural cracks all over these gunite shells, again, because we're in a climate and in a, geological zone that's not really great for gunite. And there's structural cracks. It looks almost as bad as ASR stuff down in Austin. And we're going to put membranes in them because the only other option they've been given is to tear it out and start over. It's a 6-figure problem. So Renolit, I said, we do vinyl liners, we do Renolit, and we do eco-finish, but Renolit is this thing right in the middle that is taking over a big, big segment of the market because it's significantly better than a vinyl liner. It's more expensive than a vinyl liner, but the value there is there. And then just so much easier than eco-finish. And all the Cretes, this is, I'm going to have a little interview at the end of this with the homeowner, and he wants to say the name. I'm not going to do it, but we repaired the hot tub that was done with the same thing. It failed first, and they did base Crete, but the base Crete's failing. I don't think it's the base Crete's fault. They didn't get the base of this product off, and that's what's coming off. It's leaving the base behind. But it was like a year ago, and that was done by a professional as well. I just think that a lot of these things, if they're not perfectly, in a climate, in a perfect pH water, it gets very, very hard to get longevity out of these things. Even regular plaster, Pebble Tech, whatever, that might last 25 years in Phoenix or LA where it's 70 degrees every day, or, hotter, but, never 10 degrees. Those places get 25 years out of plaster where we get 10. It's just not a good product in our market. Renolit, it checks a lot of boxes, guys. So I'm heading out of town for a couple weeks, going to bring you a bunch of super cool content from the pool show in Barcelona, and then the big Con Expo in Dubai, and then I'll be back here doing this. So guys, it's going to be a really fun holiday season. I will see you next time.